On this day in history, we remember the remarkable individuals who shaped our world. Welcome to Who Died Today in History, where we honor their legacies. From artists to leaders, their impact lives on. If you find their stories meaningful, like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay connected. Albert Einstein, one of the most revolutionary scientific minds in human history, died of a ruptured abdominal aortic aneurysm on April 18, 1955, at the age of 76. His death was natural and relatively peaceful, taking place at Princeton Hospital in New Jersey. Notably, Einstein refused surgery, reportedly stating, "I want to go when I want. It is tasteless to prolong life artificially." This sentiment reflected both his personal philosophy and a growing mid-20th century discourse around medical ethics, autonomy, and the dignity of death. Einstein's passing marked the end of an era dominated by rapid scientific advancement amid global upheaval. Having fled Nazi Germany in the 1930s, he symbolized the intellectual resistance to tyranny and became a prominent advocate for peace and civil rights in the United States. His later years were spent grappling with the ethical implications of his work, particularly his letter to President Roosevelt that helped spur the Manhattan Project, though Einstein himself never worked directly on the bomb. His death came during the Cold War, a time when the tension between scientific progress and human survival was palpable. In this context, Einstein was both a scientific icon and a moral conscience. The immediate consequences of his death were global mourning and reflection. His brain was removed during the autopsy by Dr. Thomas Stoltz Harvey, who hoped to unlock the secrets of his genius, a controversial act that sparked ethical debates and remains part of Einstein's posthumous mythos. Meanwhile, his ashes were scattered, per his wishes, in an undisclosed location to avoid the cult of personality he had long eschewed. Einstein's death did not diminish his influence. Rather, it amplified his legend. He became a secular saint of science, immortalized in murals, memes, and school curricula worldwide. His theories continue to guide cutting-edge physics, and his image, disheveled hair, wise eyes, tongue playfully out, remains one of the most recognizable symbols of intellect and curiosity. In death, as in life, Einstein embodies the intersection of brilliance and humility. His legacy reminds us that humanity's pursuit of knowledge must be tempered by wisdom and ethical responsibility. Mandisa Lynn Hundley, known professionally as Mandisa, passed away on April 18, 2024 at the age of 47. She was found deceased in her Franklin, Tennessee home, with an autopsy later revealing the cause of death as complications from Class 3 obesity, a condition characterized by a body mass index of 40 or higher. Her death was classified as natural. Mandisa first rose to prominence as a contestant on the 5th season of American Idol in 2006, where her powerful vocals and radiant spirit captivated audiences. She transitioned into a successful career in contemporary Christian music, earning a Grammy Award in 2014 for her album Overcomer. Her music often reflected themes of resilience and faith, resonating deeply with listeners facing personal struggles. The circumstances surrounding Mandisa's death shed light on the complex interplay between physical health and emotional well-being. In her memoir, Out of the Dark, My Journey Through the Shadows to Find God's Joy, she candidly discussed her battles with depression, anxiety, and weight-related challenges. These struggles were exacerbated by personal losses and feelings of isolation, highlighting the importance of mental health awareness and support within communities. Mandisa's passing prompted an outpouring of tributes from fans and fellow artists alike. American Idol honored her memory with a heartfelt musical tribute, underscoring her impact on the show's legacy and the broader music industry. Her death also sparked conversations about the health challenges faced by individuals in the public eye, emphasizing the need for compassion and understanding. In reflecting on Mandisa's life and legacy, we are reminded of the enduring power of music to inspire and heal. Her songs continue to uplift listeners, serving as a testament to her unwavering faith and resilience. Through her artistry, Mandisa has left an indelible mark on the world, illustrating how personal struggles can be transformed into sources of strength and hope. Dickie Betts, the legendary guitarist, singer, and songwriter who co-founded the Allman Brothers Band, passed away on April 18, 2024, at his home in Osprey, Florida, at the age of 80. His death was due to cancer and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, marking the end of a life deeply entwined with the evolution of Southern rock. Betts was instrumental in shaping the Allman Brothers Band's signature sound, characterized by dual lead guitars and a fusion of rock, blues, country, and jazz. He penned some of the band's most enduring hits, including Ramblin' Man and the Grammy-winning instrumental Jessica. His musical contributions not only defined an era, but also influenced countless musicians who followed. The immediate aftermath of Betts's passing saw an outpouring of tributes from fans and fellow musicians alike. Memorial concerts and retrospectives celebrated his life and work, underscoring his profound impact on the music industry. His death served as a poignant reminder of the mortality of even the most towering figures in music, prompting reflections on the legacy he left behind. Betts's passing highlights the challenges faced by aging musicians, particularly those who have spent decades in the demanding world of touring and performing. His health struggles in later years, including a stroke and a brain injury from a fall, underscore the physical toll of a life dedicated to music. Yet, his unwavering commitment to his craft until the end exemplifies the passion that drives artists to continue creating despite personal hardships. In death, as in life, Betts's legacy endures through his music. His compositions continue to resonate with audiences, and his influence is evident in the work of contemporary musicians. Through recordings, tributes, and the continued performance of his songs, Betts is immortalized in the annals of music history. Ultimately, Dickie Betts's life and death reflect the enduring power of music to transcend time and connect generations. His story is a testament to the human capacity for creativity, resilience, and the pursuit of artistic excellence. Dick Clark, the enduring face of American pop culture and television, died on April 18, 2012, at the age of 82. His death was the result of a heart attack following a medical procedure at St. John's Hospital in Santa Monica, California. Clark had long battled health issues, notably suffering a significant stroke in 2004 that left him with speech impairments, but did not diminish his iconic status. His death marked the end of an era in entertainment, a man who seamlessly bridged the gap between the early days of rock and roll and the digital age of broadcasting. Clark's passing reflected the evolving challenges of media and celebrity in the 20th and 21st centuries. As the host of American Bandstand from 1956 to 1989, he was a cultural conduit, introducing generations of Americans to groundbreaking music and African-American artists during a racially segregated era. His programming helped normalize diverse musical acts for mainstream audiences, subtly supporting the civil rights movement through pop culture. In this way, Clark's legacy was not just about entertainment, but about progress and representation. The immediate reaction to his death was one of widespread mourning, especially among those who had grown up watching him on television. Tributes poured in from artists, politicians, and fans, hailing him as America's oldest teenager, a moniker that spoke to his enduring charm and ageless persona. New York Times, 2012. ABC continued the New Year's Rockin' Eve tradition he popularized, a testament to his deep-rooted place in American ritual and rhythm. Clark's death did not so much amplify his legend as it solidified it. He was already a mythic figure in the landscape of American television, and his passing prompted a cultural reflection on the power of media to shape generational identity. Statues, awards, and the ongoing New Year's Eve broadcast serve as living memorials to his influence. Ultimately, Dick Clark's death reveals how we commemorate those who shape our collective memory through visibility and innovation. We immortalize such figures not only through formal honors, but by continuing the traditions they created, reminders that cultural legacies often outlast the individual, echoing in the traditions they helped build. Lorraine Warren, the famed paranormal investigator and author, passed away peacefully on April 18, 2019, at the age of 92. Her death from natural causes in Monroe, Connecticut, marked the end of a remarkable life steeped in mystery, faith, and the supernatural. Alongside her husband, Ed Warren, Lorraine became a cultural icon in the world of paranormal research, contributing to some of the most famous haunting cases of the 20th century, including the Amityville Horror, the Perron family haunting, which inspired The Conjuring, and the Annabelle doll case. Her death occurred during a period of renewed cultural fascination with the paranormal, amplified by the success of the Conjuring universe films, which dramatized her life's work. In many ways, her passing served as a closing chapter to an era in which the supernatural was explored not only through scientific skepticism, but also through deeply personal, spiritual lenses. As a self-proclaimed clairvoyant and devout Catholic, Warren's life reflected a mid-20th century belief in the coexistence of the spiritual and physical worlds, a worldview that stood in contrast to the increasingly secular tone of contemporary culture. The immediate aftermath of Lorraine Warren's death saw a surge of tributes from fans of the paranormal and horror genres. Filmmakers like James Wan and actors from the Conjuring films honored her legacy, while skeptics and believers alike acknowledged the cultural impact of her life's work. Her death amplified her legend, with many seeing her as a bridge between folklore and modern horror, between skepticism and faith. Lorraine Warren's passing reveals how humanity often seeks meaning in the unknown and finds comfort in those who claim to understand it. Her life and death underscore the enduring allure of mysteries beyond comprehension and the figures who dare to confront them. We continue to immortalize Lorraine through films, documentaries, and books, not merely as a ghost hunter, but as a storyteller who tapped into one of humanity's oldest fears: what lies beyond death. Spencer Milligan, best known for his role as Rick Marshall on the 1970s sci-fi series Land of the Lost, passed away from natural causes on April 18, 2024, at his home in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, at the age of 86. His death marked the end of a career that, while not extensively documented, left a lasting impression on fans of the genre. Milligan's portrayal of Rick Marshall, a park ranger and widowed father navigating a prehistoric world with his children, resonated with audiences during a time when family-oriented adventure series were gaining popularity. The show's blend of live action and stop-motion animation captivated viewers, and Milligan's character became a symbol of paternal strength and resilience. However, after 2 seasons, Milligan departed from the series due to disagreements over merchandising compensation, highlighting the evolving dynamics between actors and production companies regarding rights and royalties during that era. Following his departure from Land of the Lost, Milligan took on various guest roles in television series throughout the 1970s and 1980s. Eventually, he transitioned away from the Hollywood spotlight, dedicating his later years to teaching acting and directing local theater productions in Wisconsin. This shift reflected a broader trend of actors seeking fulfillment beyond the screen, emphasizing the importance of community engagement and mentorship in the arts. The immediate aftermath of Milligan's passing saw tributes from former co-stars and fans who remembered him not only for his on-screen performances, but also for his contributions to theater and education. His death served as a reminder of the transient nature of fame and the enduring impact of artists who choose to invest in their communities. Milligan's life and career underscore humanity's complex relationship with mortality, power, and memory. While he may not have achieved widespread fame, his dedication to his craft and his community left an indelible mark on those who knew him and appreciated his work. We honor such figures through continued engagement with their art, storytelling, and the memories they leave behind. Bruno Sammartino, widely regarded as one of the greatest professional wrestlers in history, died of natural causes on April 18, 2018 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at the age of 82. His death marked the end of an era that celebrated grit, perseverance, and the embodiment of the American dream, especially for immigrants who shaped 20th century American culture. Born in Italy in 1935, Sammartino fled war-torn Europe with his family and settled in Pennsylvania, where he eventually rose from frailty to unmatched strength. His journey reflected the values of resilience and hard work admired during the post-World War II period. Sammartino would go on to hold the WWE World Heavyweight Championship for over 11 years across 2 reigns, a feat still unmatched. His popularity in the 1960s and 1970s stemmed from his humble beginnings and heroic image, a blue-collar strongman who stood for family values, honesty, and strength. His passing came at a time when wrestling had shifted from territorial authenticity to global entertainment spectacle. Unlike today's scripted characters, Sammartino was seen as the real deal, an icon who maintained his integrity both inside and outside the ring. His death triggered heartfelt tributes from generations of wrestlers and fans, including WWE itself, which once had a tense relationship with him. The organization honored him with a 10-bell salute and celebrated his 2013 Hall of Fame induction, a symbol of reconciliation and respect. Sammartino's death amplified his legend as the last of wrestling's golden age giants, a man who bridged the gap between sport and spectacle. It also reminded fans of the values that defined earlier eras: humility, loyalty, and perseverance. In a time when fame often feels fleeting, Sammartino's life proved that legacy is earned through authenticity and service. We remember him not just through archived matches or statues, but in the stories told by those he inspired. His strength, both literal and moral, endures as a testament to what humanity values most in its heroes: the ability to overcome, inspire, and endure. Francis de Wolfe, the English character actor known for his commanding screen presence and often villainous roles, passed away of natural causes on April 18, 1984, at the age of 71 in Sussex, England. His death, while not marked by great spectacle or global mourning, nonetheless symbolized the quiet fade of a particular era in British cinema, a time when deep-voiced, theatrically trained actors like de Wolfe lent gravitas to both historical epics and Gothic horror films. De Wolfe's career peaked during the mid-20th century, a period marked by the flourishing of British film studios such as Hammer Films. He appeared in dozens of productions, including Horror of Dracula, 1958, From Russia with Love, and Oliver Twist, often portraying authoritative or menacing figures. His persona on screen, with that booming voice and imposing figure, mirrored a cultural moment when cinema sought bold, clear-cut representations of good and evil, reflecting post-war desires for moral clarity and escapist drama. His passing did not provoke widespread headlines, but it served as a quiet marker of the transformation of film. By the 1980s, cinema had shifted toward younger, edgier talent and more visceral storytelling. De Wolfe's style, rooted in Shakespearean command and theatrical delivery, felt increasingly anachronistic, though no less valuable. His death was a footnote in the industry, but for genre aficionados and historians, It closed a chapter on the classic villain archetype of mid-century British film. In the years since, De Wolf's legacy has lived on in the cult following surrounding Hammer horror and British noir. Retrospectives, DVD collections, and horror conventions pay tribute to his unique contribution to the golden age of genre cinema. His performances are preserved and studied as examples of an actor who understood the power of presence and voice. The quiet nature of his death reminds us that not all influential figures are remembered with fireworks. Some leave behind whispers in the frames of film reels and echoes in dimly lit theaters. We commemorate such figures not only through obituaries, but through the continued enjoyment and analysis of their work.